As the measles outbreak in Texas continues to get worse, Fox News, a purveyor of anti vax propaganda, is suddenly concerned about low vaccination rates.
Look, Bill, vaccine confidence is at an all-time low, and we know why, because vaccines were pushed on people. What I do is I have a conversation with people in my office, and I explain what vaccines are for, how they work, why we need them, the way I just did. We got to meet people where they live. That's the way back to vaccine confidence.
So that was Fox News medical contributor Mark Siegel. And at first he was talking about, well, we need to have more people vaccinated. The measles, it's not going to get stopped without the vaccine. Yes, that's true. And he also pointed out how correctly that vaccine confidence is at an all-time low. Yes, but then he goes on to say, well, it's because of mandates. Mandates. You know that most of the people who complained about mandates, the vaccine mandates, didn't actually live in a place where they had mandates? Okay. A lot of areas, blue states, big cities, they're the ones who actually had the mandates and enforced them. Whereas you had places like Florida that as soon as they could, were like, no, we're going to opt out. Okay. We're not going to do the mandates. We're not going to do anything like that. Come on and go ahead and come to our state and get your sick on. All right. That's it. That's what happened. Okay. Not only that, but Siegel conveniently leaves out the fact that his own network, Fox News, peddled anti-vax conspiracy theories and rhetoric to their own viewers. Yeah, that was a network. Siegel himself, by the way, had personally suggested that COVID-19 was no more dangerous than the flu. It's just the flu, everybody. That's it. It's just the flu. It's China flu. That's what it is. Oh, okay. Great. But now this guy's whining about why don't people believe in vaccines anymore? Why aren't they getting vaccinated? What did you expect? I mean, your rhetoric has consequences. That's what happens. You and your network, you built this little problem. Okay, it's your fault. Numerous studies have found that much of the right-wing opposition to vaccination lays squarely at the feet of Fox News and right-wing media. Okay, Colorado University Boulder study conducted in the spring of 2022 found that people who get their news from an ideologically diverse array of sources were more likely to get vaccinated. That makes sense. You're getting your information from all sorts of different people. You're getting factual information from the lab, and you're getting opinions and stuff about freedom from the right. All right, and this is regardless of somebody's political affiliation, right? If you have more access to information and you take in these different varieties of sources, then you're more able to make an informed position, an informed, decision, okay, and what your position is. That said, the rate plummeted among those who primarily consume Fox News and other MAGA media sources. Shocker. Except we're actually not shocked at all. Study found that people who reported consuming more conservative media were significantly less likely to be vaccinated and boosted. The researchers noted that, for example, Fox News pundit Sean Hannity told viewers at the time that COVID-19 was made up by the deep state, and then Fox business anchor Trish Reagan characterized the virus as a quote-unquote scam. Oh, the virus is a scam. That sickness that you feel, that's just trickery from the deep state. It's deep state trickery. Just ignore that, right? Not real. What? Insanity. Now, additional research found that there were significantly lower rates of vaccinations among Fox viewers under 65 after the COVID-19 vaccines were first publicly made available, which coincided with hosts like Tucker Carlson repeatedly painting the shots as both ineffective and even dangerous. Our results show that Fox News is reducing COVID-19 vaccination uptake in the United States with no evidence of the other major networks having any effect, the ETH Zurich study had concluded. There's an association between areas with higher Fox News viewership and lower vaccination. Media emphasis on minority viewpoints against scientific consensus is linked to vaccination hesitancy. So getting back to Siegel, this is not the fault of the mandates. This is your fault. You did this. Now, I think it is funny. And the only funny thing about this is that, oh, now you got a red state, Texas, and as well as New Mexico, that are being affected. And now y'all are busy really trying to find out who did this. Okay? When all you have to do to find that is to look in the mirror. Watch some of your past broadcasts, especially about COVID-19 vaccines, and you will see who exactly is at fault. Okay? That said, I said it's funny, but it's actually no laughing matter, okay? Because this is serious, and this is harming children, okay? One has already died. Now, according to Paul Offit, who is a leading pediatrician and immunologist, saying the measles is the canary in the coal mine. And he said that while highlighting the decline in vaccination rates since COVID-19. The proportion of preschool-age children vaccinated against measles, which is mandatory, has dropped nationally from 95% in 2019 to less than 93% in 2023. Some regions show even steeper declines, such as Idaho, where rates have fallen below 80%. And a lot of that has to do with special exemptions now, you religious exemptions, or in Texas, you can just be like, I don't want it. Okay, you're exempt. And well, now this is what happens. And it's going to get worse since we have RFK Jr., who is an anti-vaxxer in charge of Health and Human Services. Oh, crap. It's going to get much worse. In fact, Offit told Agent France Press, quote, "It is a disaster waiting to happen, and it will happen." I mean, look, it's already happening, okay? In Louisiana, for example, whooping cough has resulted in the deaths of 2 children, according to local media. As with measles, experts attribute the resurgence to vaccine exemptions. That's right. Now, Jennifer Herricks, a scientist and board member with the nonprofit Louisiana Families for Vaccines, said this is already happening. Our immunization rates are already low enough that vulnerable children are getting these diseases, because it does hit vulnerable people much, much harder, much, much more than not, and it has much more of a deadly effect. Now, here's the irony about all this, and perhaps even a slight silver lining. NBC News recently reported that parents who had previously chosen not to vaccinate their kids are now lining up to get their kids vaccinated against the measles. Wow. In fact, here is Catherine Wells, Director of Public Health for Lubbock's Health Department, saying, quote, "People are more and more nervous as they watch the highly contagious virus spread in their communities, mostly among children. We've vaccinated multiple kids that have never been vaccinated before. Some are families that didn't believe in vaccines." Huh. I mean, yes, it's part. I didn't think this was going to affect me until it started affecting us. Oh no. Oops, time to go line up for that vaccine. Again, we saw some of this during COVID, where people who were like, oh, I don't need no vaccine, they got COVID. And some of them were on their deathbed begging the doctors, vaccinate me. Well, it's a little too late. Too late now. Sorry, nothing we can do. We're seeing that. Okay. Now, I'm glad that it's not, hopefully, not getting to that point. Okay, with measles, because measles is a pretty horrible disease. Okay, you don't want that. You don't want your kids to have that. Okay, and so yes, I'm glad that they're getting their children vaccinated now, but there was a chance to do it earlier, and you didn't. It just kind of shows you conservative, 101. Okay. I didn't know if I didn't think it was going to affect me, but now it's affecting me, and now I'm going to do something about it. Oh my God. It's also another great example of why Fox News is not only dangerous, but watching it literally makes you dumber. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.